Hello everyone and welcome to the week 1 review as well as the review for week 2 as to what's due. So I've graded all the discussion questions and the quizzes, and for the quiz everybody did pretty well. Some people didn't even take the quiz. I'm not sure why that is. I provided an extension and they still did not submit that quiz. So if you submit it, you can. It will be a 5-point deduction for every day it's late past Monday, the 8th. And but I will accept it. It just will be with a 5-point deduction per day for every day it's late. Each week you have a quiz, so make sure that you're going in and completing the quiz for the week. For the discussions, the content was pretty good. Like I explained the first week of class, if you're off base, I will ask you a question to redirect you in the textbook as to where to find that information and re-answer the question. That way you don't lose unnecessary points. So take the time to read my post, respond to my post, and look up the information that I redirect you to. Spelling and grammar were an issue, and I have provided a tutorial video in the program resources section on how to write your post in a Word document, conduct a spelling grammar check, make the changes as you go, then copy and paste it, and copy it from the Word document and paste it into your discussion thread. So here's the video right here, and that will show you how to do that if you're unsure of how to copy and paste everything over to your discussion thread. APA was also an issue. So again, under program resources, if you go into APA, and APA is a very can be an overwhelming thing, but you are going to need it within your degree program as you write papers, so it behooves you to get to know it now. It shows you a quick view of what APA is, how to use it, when to use it, and it gives you some templates on how to set up your paper for your week 1 written assignment, so that you have your separate title page, you have your citations within your body of the paper, and then your references at the end of the paper. So just so you know, basically what a citation is that you are any information that you've used from another author or article or whatever it might be, you have to cite that information stating, so it lets your reader know that you have utilized somebody else's information, research, writing to make your point within your writing. And then down below on the reference page, or in the discussion, in the case of the discussions, just below the discussion, the reference tells your reader where they can go to find out more information on that subject if they want to know more about it. So it's a pretty simple concept, but the way it's formatted and the way it's used can get a little difficult. So in this PowerPoint guide, I suggest that you go to slide 6, and as soon as that opens, go to slide 6, and it will show you how to format your citation and your reference for 2 authors, which is what your textbook is. So at minimum, you should be citing your textbook, because the discussion questions and the problem-solving exercise that you're writing about for your written paper are taken from the textbook. So at minimum, you should be citing information from that. Sorry, I went into the wrong one. Here it is, references and citations. But it's not coming. Okay. This is the one. So go to references and citations, go to slide 6. and you'll see a book with 2 authors. That will show you how to properly cite and reference the textbook. Now, this is not the textbook, so do not put Cross FB and Miller RL. It should be Mitchell and Heron are your authors. So if you're using DeVore, that is incorrect. That was just an example in Blackboard on what a citation and reference looks like. So do not use DeVore because you are not utilizing anything from that reference. If you have questions on this after reviewing the APA guidelines and videos that are included in this section, give me a call and I will try to explain it a little bit farther. Alright, moving on. When you're replying to my posts, you do not need to create a new thread to do that. Just hit reply and respond to my post. That way it's all in one thread. It doesn't look like you have 3 different posts, and it doesn't confuse your fellow students. Now, that being said, you need to post the required number of posts. You need to have at least 4 separate posts on 3 separate days. If you want full credit for the contribution to the discussion section, then you need to post above and beyond the 4 separate posts by posting at least 5 or more on 3 separate days. And it's only fair to your fellow students that you do this because they have to reply to your posts as much as you have to reply to theirs. And by waiting to the last minute, it kind of puts them at a disadvantage for those who are trying to get their assignment done. So make sure that you're posting early and post the required number of posts so you don't lose credit for that. Alright, your written assignment you should be already started on, the problem solving exercise. And many of you who don't have textbooks have said that you can't do this because you don't have the textbook. But I provided, on the first day of class, I provided all the information you needed to answer the discussion questions as well as the written assignment. So I'm not accepting that as an excuse to not complete this assignment. So go ahead and get started on your written assignment if you haven't already done so. You should have the rough draft completed by now and submitted to the OWL for their review. Once they review it, they'll send you back an email with your paper attached as well as your submission form. Forward that email to me so that I can put it in your file, so when I grade the final paper I have proof that you submitted it to the OWL. And the other thing is people have been in past classes have submitted their paper to the OWL. They have the suggested changes, but they don't incorporate them into their final draft. So what was the purpose of submitting it to the OWL? The whole purpose is to make your paper better. So make sure that you're doing that. Incorporate the changes, and when you're ready to submit your final draft of your paper, you're going to go to week 2 and hit submit your week 1 assignment here. You click on that. And then up in the left hand corner you click on this, and depending on where you saved, you scroll down, and where you saved your paper you can either hit browse my computer or browse the cloud storage to pull up your paper and attach it to this. And then below here, once you've attached it, it'll say attached, and then it'll show the document that you've attached. Once you have that, hit submit. It's easy as that. Alright, so that's it for week 1. So let's go over week 2's assignments. So for week 2, you're supposed to have read chapters 9, 10, and 11. Chapters 9 is on body mechanics, 10 is on infection control, and 11 is on environmental safety. A discussion question. This is, as I said in the Kaiser Live session, this is one of the most important weeks because it deals with infection control, which is something you'll deal with the most in healthcare. So the first response, chapter 10, discusses infection control and its importance. In your own words, what is the importance of infection control in healthcare arena? List at least one way that you can help to break each, and notice it says each element in the chain of infection. So in chapter 10, there's an illustration of the chain of infection, and it shows each link within the chain and then out to the side of that link, it shows several different ways of breaking the associated link. So what I need from you is to list each link within the chain, and then at least one way to break that individual link. And hand washing is very important, but it's not the only way to break the chain of infection, so I need to see more than just that. The second response, you want to review the most common types of healthcare hazards on page 269, table 11-1, and explain what environmental safety means to you. And then, in all honesty, how do you think you might react to workplace violence, such as being cursed at or spoken to in a loud, demeaning manner? Now, saying that, go ahead and give me your view on how you would respond, but tell me how the book suggests that you respond if it's different, and how you agree if it's the same. Do you feel that your reaction to workplace violence is appropriate and professional? Any suggestions on how properly to respond to workplace violence? So provide all that information. It needs to link back to your reading for the week, so that I know that you did the reading and that you're understanding what we're trying to teach this week. Okay, so, and make sure that you're posting the required number of posts. Alright, your week 2 assignment is an assignment that will get you ready for week 3's assignment, the OSHA assignment. So you can take this assignment as many times as you like until you have the score that you're happy with. And like I said, it just gets you ready for the assignment, in week 3. In week 3, you have to score 70% or above to pass the class. So make sure that you take this assignment seriously and get that done. Then you also have your week 2 quiz. Make sure that you take that. So these are some videos that can also get you ready for the OSHA assignment that's coming up in week 3. So if you want to take time to view those, you can. And that's it. Alright, so if you have any questions, as always, please contact me either via email, or you can call me here at the office at 954-351-4040, extension 641. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week.